So I went on this backpacking trip with my dad and his friend Randy up by Jackson, Wyoming. Pretty good time. Excellent time. There we are, looking pretty fresh and eager before we started hiking. Parked the car right here at Lupine Meadows Trailhead. Went there by Jenny Lake, up through Paintbrush Canyon, up to Holly Lake, and that's where we stayed. There was a lot of uphill that day. It was pretty hot. It was cool walking along that lake. You had lots of good views, especially of the Tetons. It's really cool right here. There's my dad trying to block out Randy. He's peeing.
Not the footage I'm looking for.
It's a pretty popular waterfall spot area before we got too far into the backcountry. Really cool though. It's cool just looking up and seeing these gigantic canyon walls. It's just epic. That pretty much described the whole trip. Epic. There's Holly Lake. That's pretty close to where we stayed. We got there and dipped our feet in. It was a pretty hot day. I was pretty sweaty. Thought I'd go for a little swim. But all that water in that lake is from snow melt, so I got out of there real quick. I was freezing. There's the old guys bringing dinner. We just sat there on that rock and watched the sun set. Ate our dinner. It's pretty cool. It's really neat. Just minutes after the sun went down, the moon just started popping up over the same mountains. It's really cool. So we set out the next day from Holly Lake, went up this big pass, down to Lake Solitude, down into Cascade Canyon, then to the South Fork where we camped, right there at the base of the Grand Teton. So, bye-bye to Holly Lake. Catch you next time. We had to go up that pass right there. It was pretty intense. There was lots of snow and rocks in the way, made for an interesting climb. Once you get up there though, the view is amazing. While we were up there, Randy found this crown of a tooth. I don't know what the story is behind that, but I know for sure somebody had a bad time up there. Walking down that pass, you had just amazing views of the Tetons. There was all these flowers too. We stopped down at Lake Solitude, dipped our feet in, ate lunch. We also saw an osprey come and grab a fish out of the lake. It was pretty. Once again, these huge canyon walls. They're so quiet out there. Really get away. Even though it's a pretty popular place, you feel like you're getting away. There was a ton of water on the route this day. So, everywhere we went, we were walking by a river. It was pretty close to where we camped. There you go. Love that freeze-dried food. In the middle of the night, this ninja deer snuck up on us, surprised us. So the next day, we went up the trail a little ways, dropped our packs, went on this day hike to a point, came back, continued on the trail, went up a pass, dropped down into Alaska Basin, then camped right there by the Basin Lakes. Just awesome views. There's the Tetons right there. Just wide open. I'd never seen anything like this. There's the Grand Teton on the left, up in the clouds. This is the end of that day hike. Just goes up there where you can see everything. Just like 4 miles or so. I tried to get everyone to do a rock and roll face. That's what I got. There's the Tetons right there. Amazing. That's a good picture. There's this cool glacier right there. You can see the walls built up around it. It's cool. Once you get up that pass, it just gets flat and then it drops down into this gigantic basin where it's so open. Really unlike anything else we'd seen. We'd been in canyons the whole time, but this was really cool. Everybody's happy. We got down to where we were going to camp, the Basin Lakes. We all swam in there. It was really cool. It was like just a good time. I found out that Randy is the beast at skipping rocks. We were in there trying to go over the island.
Yeah.
We just sat there, watched the sun set, and then just like the other place, a few minutes after the sunset, the moon came up. It was really amazing. Set out from the Basin Lakes, went up to this pass, then we went across this, it's called the Shelf, where we were just looking down on this canyon, and then we'd walk back through the canyon to where we camped down in Death Canyon. Here we are, saddling up for the day, nice and bright and early. Everywhere we went there was wildflowers. It was cool, they were everywhere. Speaking of everywhere, these freaking marmots, around every corner there's another one. They're just everywhere. They don't do much. And every time I tried to film, it seemed they just stand there and look at me. I got a little action out of this guy. Up on the shelf. Looking down in that cave or canyon. Beautiful area. Never seen anything like that. And then we're hiking into the canyon that we just came out of. Here we were, taking a break, checking out the old map. We were just all chilling, relaxing. This deer just comes through, doesn't even care. He's not scared of us. The last day, we set out from Death Canyon, went down there by Phelps Lake, across the Valley Trail, over to Taggart Lake Trailhead, where I hitchhiked back to Lupine, where the car was. In the middle of the night, that night, we heard something munching. So we went out there and there was a porcupine. We went back to bed, woke up in the morning to check out the damage. Randy's water bottle got munched, my dad's hat got munched, my backpack got shredded. The little guy got in there and ate up all the salt, and this is the only evidence we have of him. The ghost porcupine. This is really nice. We woke up pretty early, so the sun was just beaming on all these rocks. Good lighting. That's Phelps Lake. We just walked around it, walked up above it. A thistle. Yeah, this part of the trail wasn't too scenic, so I just did whatever. Showed you what it's like from my point of view.
With the GoPro?
And there I go, hitchhiking right in the Tetons. This nice park ranger, she gave me a ride. And there we are. Not nearly as fresh, but we look pretty happy. That was a great trip.